It's been a very hard time sleeping,
Yeah.
partly because of the jet lag, partly because of the triggers. I'm not really sure what the trigger is about.
What are you noticing when you're not sleeping? When are you starting there? What is
There's
it that
this
happens?
constant impatience. I feel the trigger very active. At the same time, the firefighters are very strong. There was a part wondering, should I go?
Go to the States, you know?
No, should I go what I call a Nazi mode, where it means that I'm gonna
Okay.
sit with whatever I'm feeling, even if it feels like I'm burning on fire.
Right.
So the decision was to take it a little bit easy on the system until our session, and if after the session things doesn't move, then I'm gonna Nazi mode.
No pressure. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Um,
You'll do what you want to do, and I was just teasing about that.
yeah,
So then I suggest finding that place that's keeping you awake. Is that part here?
yes.
Yeah. I notice it's interesting. This might be an aside that maybe not useful at all, but um, often when we start, that cough happens. Does that feel like a part, or is that just a cough?
When I'm coughing, it's either a trigger coming up or parts clashing.
Okay. Yeah, I was curious about it.
It's some kind of a strong emotional reaction.
Yeah. So the part that's keeping Neo awake, I'd like to speak to you. And how would you like to be referred to?
I'm not sure what part I am.
Okay. Well, we'll get to know you.
It's some kind of a masculine part. Could be the
Okay.
killer, I'm not sure. Could be some other part that is restricting the demon's energy, because that's definitely present.
So your restricting part, you want to hold some things back.
There's a lack of clarity.
Okay.
What I do notice is the demon's creative energy and desire to act is being restricted very strongly at the moment.
And if it wasn't restricted, what would happen?
The system would start to do creative content and meeting with people and going out.
And you don't want that to happen.
There is some part that is overwhelmed by something and doesn't want to do anything that is connected to the demon.
Okay. Are you connected to that? I'm curious, is that where your energy is, or are you just here to describe, what's happening?
I'm describing what's happening.
Okay. What else would you like to describe? What else do you want us to know?
Can barely sleep at night.
Yeah.
My system is so energized.
So you're describing that you're staying up at night. It's keeping you up at night.
Yeah, I can sense a part breathing very heavily now.
Mhm. track that, follow that. What's causing this heavy breath? Are you frustrated by the not sleeping? Maybe by the dog?
The demon wants to take action and I'm scared.
Oh, okay. Are you scared
So,
of?
so the demon is asking, what are you scared about? And that part is saying, I don't know if I'm ready to fully enter the next stage.
Okay.
What is scary about it? I imagine being painted in black, mobs of people doing it.
And is that what makes you not ready? You said you're not ready.
Mm-hmm.
What do you need to get ready for?
Okay, so I'm noticing more self energy is accessible. Oh, it's fucking crazy, the shifts. So it's some kind of a child part
Huh? I'm
that
just
is
curious.
afraid of being demonized.
Okay. So this is the part that was just here. I'm going to ask him from far away. Are you okay stepping back? You're all right with us meeting with this younger partner?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So I'm going to turn towards him. There's a younger part here,
Yes.
and you're afraid.
Yes.
You've been afraid. Would you be open to share a little bit about that? What do you see? See your experience in your fear.
I see people being closed minded and tribalism and fundamentalism.
Did that happen to you? People close-minded about you?
Yes.
And when that happened, what was that like?
It's like something in my core is shaking.
Okay. Is it okay to experience that now? Is it safe enough?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When that shakes, when that core shakes, what's that like?
It's like everything gets constricted and my jaw is clenching
Mhm.
and I just want to run and hide.
When you were a kid, where did you hide? What was safe?
There was nowhere safe.
So there wasn't anywhere to hide.
No.
What was that like? Not be able to get sick.
It's the experience of being perpetually terrorized.
Yeah. So I'm not asking to meet them right now, but that's why some other parts developed. Some parts came up to keep you safe.
Yeah, I felt some anger from kind of a masculine part. I saw the demon's face flashing.
They were there to protect you. That makes a lot of sense. If there was no place safe for you, then they came to keep you safe. Would it be possible? I'd like to ask you a question. Would it be possible for you to just notice them, to see them? That they've been doing their job?
They couldn't do their job because I was too small.
But they did their best. You're correct. I mean, I hear you. They did their best. Do you know that you're bigger now? Do you know that?
Doesn't feel like it.
Okay. So I'm just wondering if Neo and his system is able to keep you safe now.
Who's new?
Oh, as someone you can get to know if you'd like. That's who's here with you. All of these parts are connected to him.
What do they want?
You said they. Do you mean Neo or the parts?
All of them, yes.
You can ask them if you'd like.
Somebody said to be with you. With
Would you
why?
like to be? Would you like to be with them?
I don't know why they want to be with me.
You could ask them.
They say because I'm a part of them.
Probably partially, this isn't the whole story, but partially because they need you and you need them, and they're here to protect you.
Why would they want to protect me? And how can I know that it's not a manipulation?
Would you ask them that? Would you be safe enough to do that?
I got disconnected.
Oh, okay. Well, stay connected with me for a little bit. You asked how you can trust them. Can I ask why you don't trust them? And you
I
don't
don't
have to.
trust anyone.
You don't trust anyone. Okay. And I would recommend not trusting me either. I'm just a voice. But I'm inviting you to connect with this person, entity, however you want to think about it right now, that's with you. And just to consider what about the opposite? Like why not trust? I mean, you're living with this person. What does this person have to gain from hurting you?
I don't know. This is just what happens all the time.
Oh, okay. When you are looking on the inside, when you're looking there, who do you see? Who are you looking at?
I see this kind of a light figure. And I see the demon.
Do you want to get to know them a little better? Are you okay with that?
And I can see the Smith part and the Towers part.
Uh-huh.
And the killer part. And I see this weird praying mantis figure.
Mm. That's interesting. Are you curious about him?
No.
Is that part uncomfortable for you?
No, it's just not
Not
interesting to me.
okay. I'll just make note of it. We'll know that it exists.
I don't understand what they all want from me.
Ask them. I guess they just probably want to get to know you.
Again, they say that they want to be with me. Then I ask why. Then they say they care about me.
Okay. That's confusing for you a little, yes? Not sure why they care about you.
Yes.
I'm going to invite you to pick maybe one of them or ask one if it would step forward. You could ask it. It might be overwhelming to ask all of them. Yeah. You can ask it why it cares about you, why it wants to get to know you.
I asked that light figure and it said because I am a part of the system.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm asking what system, and then it says the human system that I'm in.
Yeah.
So I say, what if I don't want to be a part of it? So it asks me, why wouldn't I want to be a part of it? And I say, because I don't want to be a part of anything.
Why is that? I don't want to be a part of anything.
Because it only brings up pain.
Being part of something.
Yes.
When did that happen for you?
That's all I know.
What were you a part of that caused pain?
I can't tell.
Oh,
Just experience that my existence is misery.
sounds really sad, really awful. What has that misery brought you? Is it helpful in some way?
No, a desire to end it,
Desire to end the misery?
to end life,
Oh, okay.
because life is misery.
If there was a possibility of life either not being miserable or finding a way for you to not have to be miserable anymore, would you still have to end it?
I don't believe in such reality.
Okay. What do you believe in?
That being alive is not worth it.
So up to this point, why haven't you ended Neo's life?
Because other parts prevented me from doing it.
Oh, okay. If it were up to you, you would.
Yes.
Okay. How old are you?
Probably like 4, 5.
That's young. You've carried this for a really, really, really long time. This misery.
Yes.
It's heavy. Seems like in your body, that's what I'm noticing right there. Heavy burden for you to carry.
Yes.
And I'm not here to take it away. I want to make sure you hear that from me. You get to keep it if you want it, but I'm curious why you want it.
I don't want it. If it was up to me, I would end everything.
Well, there's another way. You don't have to end everything. But I hear you don't believe in that reality.
Correct.
Have you seen Neo or other parts not have to carry their pain? Have you seen them transform?
No.
Oh, some have.
Somehow what?
Some have transformed. If you're interested, you could ask about that.
Demon said that he has transformed maybe the most.
You
But
can
even
talk to
just
him.
facing him, I get this pain in my heart.
Oh, is it too much? Is his transformation too much for you?
Something about him is too much.
Could ask him to dial it back a bit. Could ask him to step a little bit away from you. It's options. Talk to him from farther away or on a phone.
The therapist part is laughing. First time I hear this phone technique.
You can try it. I'm sure it's really a technique. I just threw it out there to see if it sticks on the wall.
So I was asking the demon if he notices why that child is responding this way to him.
And who are you? Are you the therapist part asking?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
The demon is saying that his presence kind of mirrors back to the part, the possibility for change, which that part is afraid of.
Okay.
And I saw that kid is in the age where I was in my, I used to live in my grandma's house, and he wanted to play outside, but my great grandma didn't want to allow me to go outside because it wasn't safe from her perspective. So the kid was caged. Okay, so we'll go back to the kid.
Yeah. So you feel caged? Are you caged?
Yes.
Okay. I'm curious if you'd like to go outside now.
What do you mean by go outside?
Well, a part of Neo was just speaking to me, and he said that you wanted to go outside when you were 5. You're 5. Would you like to go outside now? Neo can take you there. He can take you outside. You can always come back in if you don't like it.
It confuses me
What are you confused about?
that it can just happen so easily.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You're welcome to try it and see, and then always go back if you don't like it.
The demon is suggesting for him to speak with my great grandma and to show
Mm.
her that it is safe if he comes out with me.
Oh, yeah. I think that's a great idea.
I saw that she resisted him, and then he spoke with her in Russian and convinced her.
Thank you for speaking with her. Neo or the demon part can take you outside. You could let great grandma know that you're safe with them.
Demon was inviting me to go with him, and I was suspicious, and then I saw the figure of some spiritual teacher that I love.
Okay. What did they say?
She has a very calm, nurturing voice. And I also see my future mom accompanying her.
Uh-huh. Would you like to go outside with them?
So confusing.
What's confusing you?
I also see Neo, and they all said that they can just sit with me here in this room. We don't have to go anywhere.
Whatever is best. That was best for you.
I can't understand what's happening. Where did they all come from?
Ask them.
They said, well, you can call it the future.
Mm.
And they say that in the future, freedom is accessible.
That's great. Are you thinking about the future?
What is this future?
I'd suggest asking them.
They say that the future is where I become an adult.
Are you looking forward to that, or what do you think about a future where you're an adult?
Well, they say that the future doesn't suck as much as it is in my present moment.
Yeah.
My heart is aching.
What are you noticing in your heart that's aching?
They say that I don't have to stay in this present moment and the pain that is attached to it.
Is that what's making your heart ache?
I feel powerless when I look through the window and I see all the kids playing outside and I cannot leave the house.
That makes sense.
It's torture. And they said that from now on, I don't have to be alone in it.
And how is that for you to have them there?
I'm afraid to enjoy it because I don't want to get attached to it because then they might leave and then I would get abandoned again. It's as if they can feel my pain and they want to feel it.
You're okay with letting them feel
Hmm.
it? You don't have to carry it all on your own.
there is this white kind of transparent cord between me and all of them where they can tap into how I'm feeling.
Uh-huh. Is that what the movements are? Is that when they tap in?
Mm-hmm.
Is that going all right for you?
Mm-hmm.
Good, good.
And constantly there is this part in me that is questioning their motives. And they say that it's okay to have that skepticism, and that this part will take how much time it needs to gain the trust.
How about you? Are you open to being with them and allowing them to gain that trust?
Well, it doesn't seem like they want to hurt me in any way.
I mean, you have time. That's what they're saying. You have the time to check it out and see.
So that part of me saying, what if it's all a ploy for me to gain for me to trust them so they can just take the knife and stick it harder and twist it?
It could be. So, how would you like to protect yourself from that? You said there was a veil between you and them, right?
No, there is a cord connecting between us all.
Okay. You could cut the cord whenever you want.
Okay, that part didn't know that.
It's always your choice.
When you said it is your choice, that part felt pain.
Pain. Would you like to speak about that? What's painful about choice?
Because he experiences that he didn't have it.
Well, for sure. You have it now.
In that specific situation, I was so frustrated and I wanted to go out so badly, and my great grandma didn't let me do it. So I went to the
Right.
kitchen and I took a knife and I came back to her with a knife, pointing at my own belly and saying that if she wouldn't let me go out, I would kill myself. And she just looked at me and laughed.
And so painful.
This is where I understood that I'm completely powerless.
Right. I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. Just look around on the inside. And I want you to look around and see if you're still completely powerless or if there's choice now. It might be a knife. There might be other things there that you do have choice with.
So they asked me if I could have my choice, my ability to choose once again what I wanted. For some reason, when I think about it, things get blurry again.
It's probably hard to comprehend. It's probably hard to think about because you never knew that you had choice. You felt completely powerless.
The demon says that he's a liberator and he's all about choice.
Mm. What do you think about that?
And he shows me the shackles that he broke off from.
Oh, okay.
And he says that he can make it that nobody will fuck up with my choice again.
How do you feel about him saying that? Do you trust that to be true?
He seems pretty powerful.
Mhm. Is there anything you want to ask him? Anything you want to know about him?
Yeah, I want to know where has he been all this time then? Then he says that I needed to turn into an adult so he could become a force in the system that could liberate me.
That's great to hear. How do you feel about it?
So what's the point with all the suffering that I'm going through?
And then we can ask him. I have a perspective on that, but you may want to ask him.
He says that I needed to go through all the pain that I went through and the sense of disconnect and separation in order to come out of it on the other side and then help others in the process.
You also didn't have a choice back then. That's what's challenging or happening right now. You do have a choice.
So basically, what he says is that I needed to go through all the suffering so I can help others in their suffering.
You could ask him if that's what he means. I think that's what it means for him. It doesn't have to mean that for you.
But the demon said what he said. He was also talking from a non-human perspective. And then he asked me if I want to see what he talks about. And I said yes. And it made me realize that there is a reality that is beyond my perception.
It's a lot to take in. Be all right with that.
But then it puts all my suffering in a different context. Now I understand the point. I also understand why I had to go through such extreme level of distrust. So I could be skeptical about anything and everything, which means I could question everything.
Sure.
Which enables the system to step into a more objective perspective that allows self-analysis and integrity and higher levels of integrity. And then this skeptic part understands and says, yeah, but it fucking hurts.
Mhm. It does hurt.
The demon validates it and says, yes, and we are all here to feel all your pain together. So I see that these chords are becoming stronger.
Good.
The demon is saying to the skeptic part that he never has to trust anything or anyone.
Yeah. It's brought that gift to the system. That's his role.
And also the fact that it never felt that there is a stable connection or a place to call home
Mm.
has shaped my personality in a way where I don't identify with country or religion or race or all those stuff. So the skeptic part is saying, wait, so I don't have to be alone in this anymore. And the demon is saying that there is a choice to be made that can always change.
You also get to be a skeptic. You get to be whatever you want to be. You don't have to change. It's happening for you now.
That skepticism has allowed me to have such high levels of critical thinking.
Mm. Yeah. It's a gift. It's a gift to these parts.
The demon is saying that they can all stay in this house with me. And also, if I want, I can join them in their present moment.
Mhm. Again, they're giving you choice.
But why is choice so important to the demon? Because he values truth, because without truth there is no free will, and without free will the access to love is either limited or isn't there.
Mm.
And by love he means every side takes the other as a part of them, which is the interconnectedness that he is on a mission or a quest to foster it. But why? Because he has experienced the exact opposite of this. So he has explored what is on the other side.
Sounds adventurous. It's willing to go where maybe other parts aren't willing to go, to explore and figure it out.
He says that from his non-human perspective, it wasn't a conscious choice
Oh, okay.
to explore the disconnect.
Let's do it.
He was just there in the darkness
Mm-hmm.
until the what you would call God reached out to him. That's why he also calls himself the hand of God. Then he asks this skeptic part if he would like to join the demon in his mission, while incorporating the gift of childlike patterns, like play, that the skeptic part has. So the skeptic part is looking at the demon and says, so you're not only just all serious all the time? Demon is saying that he can also be quite a trickster at the same time.
Something I just want to add is something you can observe. You can get to know him, see if he's serious all the time or not.
The demon says that actually that child part could help the demon to step more into playfulness. But why does he want that? Because then it's more of a connection to self or God.
It's more integration, more connectedness.
That's skeptic part has a lot of the Smith's line of questioning patterns.
Uh-huh.
And that part is saying that the demon's perspective makes sense. So then the skeptic is asking the demon, okay, so what now? And the demon is saying, what would you want to happen? And then the skeptic is saying, that motherfucker gives me a choice.
Yeah. You also don't have to decide right now if you don't want to.
My battery is running low. It might turn off in any moment.
Um, we're also nearing our end point. I'm curious if this is an okay place for you to consider what you want, what would be right, and you can get back to the demon part. You have time and choice.
Yes, I will do that. Okay.